Eduardo asks a Swan supporter, what happened this week in the Australian version of Big Brother? Well, Eduardo, many things happened. There was this one time, and Jamie and Katie are out near the pool. And Katie's like, I don't know if I can trust you. You're like looking at the other housemates. And Jamie's like, but she doesn't get it. I don't understand. One of the lights must have blown because there was not a lot of thing going on. There was this whole incredible incident with the cake mix, and there was flour, and there was things coming in, and Big Brother was like, you cannot have any more cake mixture. You cannot make the bread. It cannot go on. And the other housemates were kind of going, well, what do? We don't have any spares. What they really needed was Peter Van, the bread man, to drive along in his little red truck and to deliver off some wonderful bread-making capabilities. But instead, Big Brother stole the fantastic-looking apple crumble and took it away, and returned it sometime later and sort of said, well, it was very nice. Later on, Big Brother asked Jamie to come down to the diary room, and he says, the apple crumble was delicious. Suddenly, Danielle, the sexy blonde, she's come into the room and she's got this John and she's got him in a headlock and she's going, oh, John, I want to make out with you. I want to cut my lunch with you. And John's like making these weird kind of face things. And Danielle's like, oh, John, that is just so attractive. He goes like, no, I'm not interested. You know, Dino's my mate. And mates, you know, we're like the Owen and the Stiller in that film, you know, where they go to the zoo and they make friends and they're models and they're dressing each other up in panties and things and it just gets ridiculous. Later, the boys are out cleaning pebbles and they go like, why? Gail is like muscling up to Crystal like, and he's in her ear sort of saying, you get hotter every time I look at you. And she's like, no. And they're like, thanks. And then she goes like, ooh, that's nice. Rob pounces out of a closet and sort of says David is like the Mother Teresa and he's like the gay Mother Teresa of the gay world. Well, if David's like the Mother Teresa of the gay world, then that means that Rob is kind of like the Dick Smith. Got the helicopter thing with a mullet saving penguins from the Antarctica and things. And then David and Rob have a fight. You know, kind of like double dragon and like the fists and arms are going, on. And David's like, caw. And Rob's like, I will get you, I will do your hair and I'll style you the way I like it. I'm just the one trying to make sure that this is not long and long-winded and sober. And David is like, Rob, don't be a bitch. And Rob is like, thanks, man. Thanks. Later on, we kind of look outside and there's Jamie and there's a jam cat and they're kind of like oohing and ahhing and they're kissing and Katie says, I think you're being too polite. Later on she says, I think you're holding back. And later on she says, I think it's time we break up. And then she says, I think there's a gnat in my ear and it's eating into my brain because I must be an idiot. It's got a big yellow thing with a spiral on it. It's sort of coming going, I think it's like one of the things that come out of Thunderbird 2. It's like a mole and it's kind of going through the earth. One of the little pod green things that's sticking underneath. And then like Gretel, Colleen and Mikey come out sort of holding hands going, we love each other and everything is good and there's nothing wrong here. But then this task is just amazing. Camilla's putting makeup on. She's looking at herself in the mirror. And this guy goes, whoa. This mask appears. And I know what you're thinking. Am I the ninja that's going into the house and rescuing the housemates and taking them away to some faraway land? Maybe I am. We'll never know. And then the housemates all failed. Thank you, Eduardo, for asking a Swans supporter. I look forward to meeting you in a ball opera contest soon!